Hey everybody, it's Overkill here with the final part of my Warhammer Fantasy showcase, collection showcase thing, my models, yes. So today is my largest and my favorite Warhammer Fantasy army, the Vampire Counts. Spooky. So yeah, let's take a look, shall we? So, first up here we have a unit of 20 skeletons. I'm going to put this back down so it doesn't look like shit. And we are going to take a look at one of these little bad boys. And here you can see is one of them. Isn't he cool looking? Nice weathering and such. Old bones. Oh, I think it's not focusing on him now. It's focusing on the zombies behind him. You little shit. Oh. Can I get this to work? I swear I am a master filmmaker. There we go. It might defocus on him again, but oh, there we go. Actually, no, it's focused quite nice. But yeah, that's the skeletons. There's 20 of them. So I'll go ahead and get them out of the way. And now my my baby, my largest unit that I have in fantasy. What you see before you is 68, I believe, maybe 67, 68 zombies. And you may be asking, Overkill, why the fuck do you have 68 zombies? Well, I like to bring a unit of 30 or 20, depending. And the reason why I need so many more is literally the most basic spell for the vampires and their necromancers, whatever, is Invocation of Nehek, which raises more zombies, more of these guys. They also have another spell called Raise Dead, which, again, it raises more skeletons or zombies, whatever. But you need a lot, and I only have 20 skeletons. I need a lot more than that as well. But I have 68 zombies, which I still need more of. I actually do have more. There's still probably another 20 or so not even built. You can see these ones aren't finished. They don't have heads or arms, but you know, they're zombies. They don't need that, whatever. But let's actually take a look at one of these guys, or maybe even a couple, because I like the character that these models have. They look... I really like them. So you can see that this guy's like, "Ah, I want your brains." Actually, you can't even, it's not really that focused on him, but I want your brains. But I really enjoyed painting these because, well, zombies are cool. So that's, whoa, don't fall down now. Let's see, what's another good one? Well, I like them all, but here's another one with pretty much the same face, but he's like, "I'm going to gut you. Don't meet me in the alley or you'll die." But, yeah, that's them. That's the zombies. And there's 60 million of them. And there's also, well, there's also tombstones in there, but, oh, please save me, no. But yeah. So what next? I guess we'll take a look at these guys. So this is my cavalry detachment, basically. Yeah, there you go. What you see right here in front are black knights, and you can see that they are they're not so knighty. They're pretty beat up. But somehow the champion has survived, where the others did not. And yeah, you can see that they're not based, sadly, but I think they look pretty cool. All the weathering and stuff. The rust looks quite nice. And then there's these guys, which are called, what are you called? Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've played. Not quite sure, actually. I could find my book real quick. Let's find it. Let's figure out what they're called. Join me as we take a look through the Vampire Counts Army book. Ooh, sadly they don't make these books anymore, so you gotta pirate them. I didn't say that. But let's take a look. Let's see what these are called. Oh, Jesus, what are they called? It's pissing me off. Let's see. Oh, no, they're not there. But yes, I know, I could have just edited this out, but I can't, because I have to upload this directly from my iPad. I know, I'm a scrub. Don't hate me. Oh my God, where is it? Maybe they don't exist. They're ghosts. Well, they actually are, but anyway. Hex Wraiths. There we go. I'm not sure if I can get the book down far enough. Hex Wraiths. There they are. Yes, hex wraiths. There is one painted here, but it didn't really come out the way I wanted to. It's kind of pink when it's not supposed to, so we won't look at that. But yeah, hex wraiths, guys. They're literally ghost cavalry, pretty much. They're crazy. I can't really go into detail about them, but if these are in Total War Warhammer, be afraid. In Warhammer Fantasy, obviously, when you walk into an enemy unit, you get into a fight with it. But these guys, they can actually move through enemy units while attacking, so they don't actually have to get engaged in close combat. They literally walk through them in their movement phase and then do attacks as if normally, because they're literally just running through, swinging these scythes, basically. So they're actually really good. And since they're ethereal, which is ghost, basically, only magic weapons and magic can hurt them. That's another thing. Ethereal units in Warhammer Total War, if they play them right, be afraid. Only magical weapons can hurt them. So yeah, that's like cavalry. Let me get all this crap out of the way. Holy cow. Oh, so, yeah, it's falling down. So I'm being sabotaged. There's too many zombies. But then we move on to the... Actually, no, what am I saying? We won't move on to them just yet. We'll move on to the... Oh my gosh. There's too many models. Look at this. I need to move them all out of the way. Oh, that's a zombie on the floor. Very professional. I am. Alright, well, I ruined the formation of them, but these are Crypt Ghouls. I really like these guys. They're really cool. Their models are full of character as well. So you can see he has a hair on him apparently, but he's carrying a corpse, probably for a little bit of mid-battle snacking, and he also has a big rock to smash the people. Ooh. Oh boy. That was weird. Yeah, ghouls. They're pretty cool. These guys have 2 attacks, which, of course, if you don't play Warhammer, you don't understand what that means. But basically, they're really quick, and they have poisoned attacks, which in Warhammer ignore... I think they ignore armor on 6s to wounders. I don't know what it is. Don't hate me. I can't remember. But that actually leads me into a point I wanted to make this video. I think I'm going to start doing a series on relearning Warhammer Fantasy, or just do battle reports in general. As of right now, it's literally just going to be me playing against myself, so you're going to be watching me doing turns for both factions, but you know, people already do that on YouTube. But I can also get games with my girlfriend eventually when she wants to, when she actually wants to play. But if you guys think that would be a cool idea, let me know. And I was also thinking of doing relearning Warhammer, where I literally make videos of me learning, but also teaching. Like maybe I do a relearning Warhammer Fantasy Episode 1, movement, or getting ready to set up a game, stuff like that. Because I really want to get back into Warhammer. I'm going to be moving in a couple of months to a new town where there's actually active Warhammer clubs and stuff. Of course, maybe not for Fantasy, but for 40k and Age of Sigmar maybe. But yeah, so anyway, that's the Crypt Ghouls. We're talking too much. Then right here, we have a very elite unit. These are the Grave Guard. Now these are more elite skeletons, and you can see that these ones have great weapons, which are halberd, like really big falchion. No, not falchions. Glaives. I don't know. Either way, big blades on poles. But you can see they're super heavily armored. They're pretty cool. You can also have sword and shield with them, but I chose to give them these because they're magic weapons, and they do a lot of damage. So that's them. Now back to what I was about to show you, is the Crypt Horrors. Now these are basically ghouls on steroids. Actually, I'm not going to show you them. You guys have seen these guys before if you watch my other episodes, because I use this guy as like a teaser pretty much. But yeah, you can see he has a pretty messed up torso on his back, skulls everywhere, as you would have in Warhammer, and oh boy. Covered in blood, because, well, he's literally running through the ranks of maybe unfortunate Imperial soldiers, just running through, blood spraying everywhere all over him. So yeah, that's been represented pretty well, I think. But same thing, these guys attack like crazy, because these big old poison claws, they do poison attacks and all that good stuff. They're tough. Yeah, that's them. There's 3 of them. What I do in the game is I usually bring 6 of them. But I use ogres to represent that, because they're pretty much the same size. Like, you know, they're pretty much ogre-sized. So yeah. And then we move on to the more special singular models kind of section. So we'll start off with the kind of least... well, this isn't really even in the same category, but it's still a singular model, so we'll show him. This is a corpse cart. with a, well, it doesn't have to be a necromancer, but if I use a necromancer on a corpse cart, this is my necromancer model, obviously, because, well, but, yeah, this guy isn't on his base either, as you can see. But look at that. It's a, it lives up to its name. There's also supposed to be another zombie here, but whatever. It lives up to its name. It's a corpse cart. This is literally used to make spells more powerful, and I also think it helps you raise more zombies or something like that. I can't quite remember, don't hate me, I haven't played the game in forever. It's all in that book over there. But yeah, that's the corpse cart. It's pretty cool. So, before I show you these 3 big bases that you might have seen, let's look at my characters. So, starting from left to right, we have my Vampire Lord. And you can see he is in full plate armor. Pretty big sword, just a little big. It's bigger than him, so I don't know. And a shield, of course. His legs aren't really. This is the legs from an Empire captain. This is actually the head of the model that the legs came from. Let's not mind that. Sorry, bud. But yeah, you can see they don't really fit together perfectly. There's a little bit of a gap, but we won't pretend that's not there. But yeah, that's the him. Really cool helmet. I love the helmet that was on this model. That winged helmet. And you can see he has a nice, like, shark mouth, pretty much, covered in blood. Awesome. So that's him. Then, next to him, we have a Strigoi Ghoul King. Now, this is a ghoul character that can lead your Vampire Count's armies in Warhammer. I'm not sure about Total War Warhammer. I'm sure these guys will be like an agent or a general or something, because they're pretty damn cool. Of course, they're not just normal ghouls like this. They actually have, like, I don't know, maybe they'd have, not armor, because they're not armored in Warhammer, the tabletop game, but they wouldn't, like, just be naked, I guess. I don't fucking know. They don't actually have a model for a Strigoi Ghoul King other than this, because he's supposed to be on a little beastie over there, you might see. But, yeah, that's him. He's cool. This was supposed to be a battle standard bearer, which is supposed to be, like, your main standard in your army, but it broke off, and he's kind of beat up. This was a conversion that I was planning on doing. I didn't finish. Because it is based off this model, a Vampire Count's Necromancer. So this is a model that your Vampire Count's armies cannot go without. I actually want to get this guy close up because he is quite cool looking. So there's him. So yeah, he's shaking that skull around. He's like, "Oh yes, we are going to cast these spells," and then like a bunch of shit comes out of nowhere. God, I'm weird. I don't know. It's late. Whoa. There we go. So, yeah, this is something that you literally can't go without in Warhammer, is Necromancers, because literally there's a rule that if your generals die, or anybody that can cast spells, if they start dying, your army starts dying every turn. You start losing more and more men, so keep them safe. But yeah, you can see that it's based off that model. Of course, I wanted to cut his hand off and put something else there because, well, that's lame. And I also put a ghoul head on there instead of the normal necromancer head. It's also zoomed in on my hand for some reason, but whatever. Now, a moment you've all been waiting for. The big models. So first off, we have the Coven Throne, or Coven Throne. You can see these guys are missing their arms. Great. They are supposed to have big old lances. Actually, he's not missing his arm. He's missing one of his arms, but... Actually, no, he's not. He's riding. Oh, well, that one's not missing his arm. Neither is he. So it's only him. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Anyway, this is a big throne of vampires being carried by ethereal, big ethereal mist thing. So that's that. I believe that these would be in Total War Warhammer. I don't see why not. Maybe this or the Mortis engine. Maybe both. Who knows? But the Mortis engine is a big thing that Necromancers go on. It helps with their power and blows up if stuff happens. That's awesome. But yeah, this is the Coven Throne. And you can see there's 3 little vampires on it. Ooh, how beautiful. Well, actually, no. This is a Vampire Lord, or Lady, I suppose. It's supposed to be Vampire Lord. That's who goes on the Coven Throne. But the model comes with a Vampire Lady. And she's pretty cool. God damn it. She's pretty cool. You can see her there, chilling with her big old powdered wig. And then she has some attendants, I think they're called, something like that. But yeah, they're just chilling up here. Great big old vat of blood. God, I keep hitting it. Big old vat of blood here. Blood everywhere. Organs are stuffing the pillows. I don't know if you can see that very good, but there's organs in those pillows. That's nice. But yeah, that's that. That's one of my favorite models because it looks really badass. And then we have a Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. Now this model isn't finished. You can see these little points here. I planned on doing like a diorama on his base with an Empire Soldier and stuff, and zombies and stuff all over it. Also, he's missing a bit of his arm here, as you can see. And this is supposed to be supported by a rock, which isn't there. And there's also supposed to be another foot on a rock or something here. So yeah, that's the vampire, or the zombie dragon, which you guys have seen little glimpses of in the Total War Warhammer campaign gameplay and stuff like that. You can see these in the background. But yeah, that's them. So this is a Vampire Lord, another one. Yeah, he's chilling. I do use this model even though it's not finished, because it's awesome. But it's really expensive. I've only used this actually once, because it's really expensive, and it's a bit of a risk to take, because monsters in 8th edition Warhammer Fantasy are a little easy to kill with stuff like cannons and artillery in general. So it's a bit of a risk, but if this thing can get into a fight, it literally kills like everything, so it's pretty awesome. And then the final addition to the Vampire Count's army. The Terrorgeist. You might have thought it was a dragon. It's the same kit, but this is literally just like a giant bat. You can see from its skin, or its face rather. It's literally like a big bat. It screams. It vomits stuff on people. It's generally a badass, and you can see it's quite big. There's an Empire Soldier dead back here. There's a zombie coming out of the ground up here. But yeah, nice big mouth. You definitely wouldn't want to be bit by that. But yeah, guys, that is the Terrorgeist, and of course they would probably be in Warhammer as well, or Total War Warhammer. And you can tell, obviously, these last two models will be flying around on the battlefield, much like the Wyverns and Deathclaw, like you've seen in the clips from Total War Warhammer. But yeah, guys, that was my Vampire Counts collection. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and a comment down below as always, and tell me that you enjoyed, of course. So maybe I can make more videos about maybe my other models, like I've mentioned before, bolt action, stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course, tell me if you like the idea of me doing a relearning Warhammer series, or even just a Warhammer Battle Report series in general, whether or not it is me playing by myself or not. But yeah, I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and likes, and maybe even dislikes if you're a bitch. But yeah, whatever. I'm rambling on. I'm tired. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, bye. And don't worry, he was already broken. I didn't just break him. Bye.